I started like kalau fans banget from young, it's Maliq and the Essentials.
Oh.
I have
which song?
which album?
Okay, which album, which song that you have memories?
Okay, the album that's like yang paling have the most emotional connection is very Likumahuwa project. Yeah. Everyone gives me that reaction. I wonder why. It's like, oh, you're not supposed to know that guy.
Yeah.
You're Singaporean.
Hai, balik lagi sama gue Anya. Kali ini di Kisum alias Kisah di Balik Musik. Kali ini udah ada Sezairi here. Hello.
Hi.
So, greeting your fans or?
Hi. Nama
Okay.
saya Sezairi. Saya berasal dari Singapura.
Okay. So now in Hypots Kisum kita bakal bahas soal fakta atau myth.
Okay.
So facts or myth, and then you just answer it and you just tell
Okay.
us about it. Okay. Okay. So let's first facts or myth. Sezairi is the first Singapore singer who reached 100 million listeners on Spotify. Is that fact or myth?
That is fact.
Okay.
Yeah. It's quite crazy. Like just to say it. Kalau disebutkan aja that is like sounds so crazy. I don't believe it also. But yes, I am indeed the first Singaporean artist to have 100 million hits on Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is your first reaction about it?
I think it's funny, right? Because you're looking at the trajectory of the streams, and I don't usually look at my Spotify page.
Yeah.
So I don't know like how many monthly
Listeners.
listeners or whatever. Usually,
Okay.
before this, I didn't used to care, and then suddenly it's like growing and growing and growing and growing. So everyone sort of knew that it was gonna reach 100 million at some point eventually, and so it was kind of like it's like, you know, when during Ramadan, you know, Hari Raya is coming.
Yeah.
It's that feeling, you know, like
Okay.
one more month, then like 2 more weeks. It's kind of like that. Yeah. So quite happy about it.
Next, so the hit Issue, I mean the song's Issue hits 126 million streams. Is that true or?
I don't know. I haven't checked. Shall we check? Let's check.
Yes,
Let's check. Fact or myth? The exact number of streams that Issue has.
126 million streams.
Okay, let's see. Sezairi, who is this guy? Sezairi.
Oh,
100. It's myth.
Why?
Because it's
Is now?
128.
Number.
So it's growing up.
Growing.
So it's growing. So
Thank
now
you everybody for
100
streaming.
in?
Yeah. 128.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as we know that you won Singapore Idol on like a first place on 2009.
Yes,
Is that true?
that is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saat itu lawan siapa?
This girl called Sylvia Ratanel, who's a good friend of mine also.
Okay.
So throughout the whole competition, we were friends. We were the closest amongst all the competitors,
okay.
and we made it to the top 2. So it was fun. You know, it didn't feel like a competition.
Okay.
It felt more like a hangout for the most part. I thought she was gonna win, to be honest.
So
Everyone thought she was gonna win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
I'm the underdog. I enjoy being the underdog, I think.
you are making music from Remaja. You know Remaja?
Remaja, yeah.
Yes.
That
That's
is-
fact or myth?
That is fact.
Since when?
The first song I wrote was when I was 14 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so quite young.
I had a crush on a girl and I wrote a song about her. Yeah.
Did
that's-
she know about it?
I don't know, but I sang it for her.
Okay.
And she said no. So
Okay.
I guess it didn't work, but since then I've been working on it, trying to make that skill better, and I think I'm there now, I guess.
Okay. So, when you're making music, did you upload it on like some YouTube or SoundCloud?
So when I was waktu remaja,
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
I started doing MySpace, I think, when I was yeah.
Oh, MySpace.
Everyone's Gen Zers be like, what the hell is a MySpace? Is it your space?
Our space.
yeah.
The same place. Right?
So I started uploading my music on MySpace because when I was in college, I had a band called Juxtapose, and we played kind of like funk rock along Maroon 5 kind of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah.
So you are a mix from Malaysian, Banjarmasin, Pekalongan, and Singapore. Is it math or fact?
It's a bit of a, I don't really know also. Okay, so it's complicated,
Okay.
right? So let's debunk where Sezairi is from. Sezairi orang Singapura. Tapi my parents are basically first generation Singaporeans.
Okay.
Yeah, so their parents, my dad's father, his family is from Banjarmasin.
Your dad father is in your grandpa?
My grandpa,
Okay.
yes, his family is from Banjarmasin.
Oh.
And my dad's mother is Malaysian Chinese. So it's like, oh, it's like rojak, you know. And then my mother's father is from
That's
Pekalongan. Yeah,
complicated.
my mother's father is from Pekalongan, and her mother is Singaporean Malay.
Okay.
So as far as we know, because it's quite complicated in Singapore because you call everyone Malay. Javanese or orang Bugis or whatever. You just call them all Malay in Singapore. So it's a bit complicated in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So I identify as Malay in my identification card. It says Malay
Oh, okay.
when it should say Javanese or something. I don't know. Yeah.
So you just wrote it down Malay.
Yeah.
Or so you're Malaysian?
Yeah.
No.
Not really.
Not really.
Okay, so this is the other complication because
Okay.
Malaysia and Singapore used to be one country, right?
Yes.
Malaya, right? And so it's like when we separated, it's kind of where were you when you separated, you know? So if you were below, down south in Singapore when you separated, then you're Singaporean. You know, it's kind of, yeah, it's complicated.
So when during like Lebaran you went to your
Kampung, okay,
parents'
so kampung di Malaysia.
Oh,
So my dad's family from Malaysia.
Which Malaysia?
So from Banjarmasin they migrated to Malaysia.
And
And
so
then,
they
yeah,
gathering in Malaysia.
Johor Bahru,
Oh, Johor Bahru.
which is just next door to Singapore anyway. Yeah, it's like Johor Bahru and Singapore is like Jakarta, Bandung.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so cool.
it's kind of like, yeah.
Next, you're good at spicy food.
I
What's
love
that?
spicy food. That's a
Okay.
fact. Yeah, I think life sucks without spicy food.
Oh, okay.
Like
so
when
you
I
cannot-
eat, I want to feel alive, you know.
You cannot
I don't know how to
eat
describe it.
without
Yeah, no.
chili and something.
No, I need chili. I need sambal.
Have you ever tried samyang with that?
Yeah, it's breakfast.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's so spicy.
Yeah, it's okay. It's spicy.
What
it's
is
spicy.
the spiciest food you have ever tried?
What is the
Right.
spiciest food I
Yeah.
have ever tried? I don't remember. I have had a lot of spicy food.
Like you can, I can handle it. Like
I don't know, but it's Indonesian food for sure.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is
I
it?
can't remember what kind of sambal it was.
Oh, it's sambal.
Yeah, well, there's I don't remember when I was in Bandung or something. I had some
Mhm.
nasi with sambal, and that sambal was just like it was so hot that I had a headache. You know when things are so hot that
Yeah.
you tear and then your brain kind of like collapses onto it. I don't know how to describe it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Did you get diarrhea or?
all that. You know, that's just it comes with the packet.
Okay. Okay. And then next, you sleep a lot and doing nothing during the pandemic. Is that
I
true?
slept a lot and did nothing during
Yeah.
the pandemic. Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a bit depressed during the pandemic, I think. So it's like, okay, the pandemic was the longest time that I stayed in Singapore for like 15 years.
Oh,
I
okay.
usually travel out a lot, like to Jakarta, Bandung, Kuala Lumpur. 'Cause I have a lot of friends in Nusantara area. So I like to travel every few months to kind of just like,
And then the
just
pandemic
travel
hit.
budget, you know, yeah. Travel budget, stay with your friends, kind of like, because when you have friends, I encourage you all to make friends from other countries, so that when you travel, you can stay with them. So
Yes.
it's kind of what I do. I'm really good at it.
So you don't have to pay the hotels.
yeah,
and
but
yeah.
I really did. I think I did sleep a lot during the pandemic. I was like,
Mhm.
what else is there to do? And
Yeah,
like
sure.
a bit too much.
And the next one is you did a duet with Tulus.
I have done a duet to this. It was for a show in Singapore.
What
But
song?
one of my songs,
Okay.
I released a song in 2014 called Jangan Coba Berlari,
Oh, okay.
and it was written by Tulus.
Also, it's
yeah.
written by Tulus but sing by you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we have history together, like we've worked together before.
Mhm.
We hang out in Bandung a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And just to see his career go crazy is like, I'm so happy for him.
So that you are.
Yeah.
And then selain Tulus tadi, kalau kamu juga fans sama Petra Sihombing, is that fact or myth?
Yeah, fact.
Fact.
Yeah,
Did you know him? Like, have you ever met him in person?
No.
No?
Yeah. It's so embarrassing, you know, to be like. No, I think I generally vibe a lot with Indonesian musicians.
Okay.
My friend Josh over there says it's because he says it's because I have the Suns vibe. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty Suns.
Okay. Suns.
And a lot of people in Singapore aren't Suns at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like when I come here, it feels more like selesa. You know, do you use that word, selesa?
No.
Selesa is like comfortable.
Chill, comfortable, or
comfortable.
Oh, comfortable.
Selesa.
Okay. So you just say that you love, like a fans of Petra Sihombing. Which songs that you like the most?
I like his production style. I like the way that he sees music. Yeah. I like the sounds he uses. I like how natural it is. Yeah, but there's so many Indonesian musicians that I like too. So it's like, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. I started like kalau ngefans banget from young, it's Maliq and the Essentials. I have
which song?
which album?
Okay, which album? Which song that you have memories?
Okay, the album that's like yang paling have the most emotional connection is Mata Hati Telinga. I think that's my favorite album. That's like a very strong emotional connection kind of album for me personally. Like I would wear Maliq and the Essentials t-shirts when I perform in Singapore. Like, you know, people wear band t-shirts like Metallica, like whatever. Yeah, I'm like Maliq and the Essentials. And we're like, who's that? I'm like, you don't know. You know?
Everyone should know them.
Yeah, people in Singapore don't really listen to Indonesian music. So,
okay. So thank you.
So I'm the representative. So
nice, thank you. And then next songs, I'm going to talk about single Fool. So is that a fact that inspired by your wife?
So I'm really inspired by her as much as she wrote the main melody. Yeah, she actually just bust the studio door open like at 1 in the morning, and she was like, "What do you think of this?" And she started singing it. Then I was just sitting there and looking at her at the door. I was like, "Wow, that's really good! Like, how did you come up with that?" Yeah, and then I started to continue writing it. Yeah.
So I heard that it just takes 10 minutes to make it full.
Yeah.
Really?
I have two ways of writing songs.
Okay.
One way is when I feel so strongly about it and there's so many ideas that I can finish it. The other way is I usually keep it in the catalog for like months. Months and months and months. And then when I'm writing, I'm like, I don't have any ideas. I take out this catalog and I replay everything and say, oh, this is good, this is bad. And yeah, that's the other way. So I only have two methods.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bad songwriter actually.
No, everyone has their own techniques like that. And then the next fact is Seza only make romantic and sweet songs. Is that true or myth?
I think it's genre yang paling comfortable. Yeah.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because a lot of how I see the world is, I see relationships. I like to look at people. I like to look at how people treat their loved ones. I like to look at how people, how excited people are when they see someone they like. I'm a very observant person. So I'll just sit in the corner, like at a party, I'll just sit in the corner of the room and I really like watching people. Just watch how people react to each other. I can tell who has a crush on who. I can tell like people's body language changes, you know.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. That's one of the most interesting things to me is that people's body language changes depending on each person, and they don't even know it. And that's the beautiful thing, you know, they don't know it. So
they don't realize it.
Yeah, they don't realize it. So I like to be observant to those kinds of things.
Okay, so that's why you only make romantic and sweet.
Yeah.
So far.
So far, yeah.
Fact, you got kicked out at school because you up all night making music until 3 a.m.
That's kind of not really true, but true. I got kicked out of school because my attendance was bad. And my attendance was bad because at that point in time I had an agent. I was so like, wow, I have an agent. I'm 19 years old. And then I started playing top 40 gigs at like clubs and bars and stuff. So I just play like top 40 songs 4 nights a week because I needed money to. Singapore's expensive.
I know.
So you sometimes,
We all
as a college kid, you need money to survive, and I did that.
Okay.
And I was thinking to myself, wow, I want to be a musician. I'm studying to be a musician, but I'm already working as a musician. So it's like, I hate school, man. I don't know, like it's bad. No, I'm not a good inspiration when it comes to school, but like I felt like I didn't have good experience in school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one says that will do a collab soon with someone from Indonesia.
Oh, where did you get that information?
One of my
Maybe?
FBI.
Maybe I can't tell if that's a. I can't tell you if it's fact or myth if it hasn't happened yet.
Okay, so let's just call it a plan.
Yeah, it's a plan. Belum berlaku lagi, so it's
Okay.
like, you know, maybe.
Let's just figure it out.
Yeah.
You wrote your last EP on Sweden. Is that myth?
My last EP, yes, that's fact. I wrote it
So
in
on
Sweden.
your vacation or?
No, I was collaborating with a producer from there.
Oh, okay.
He's an amazing producer. He's produced for like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of K-pop acts. Harry Summerdoll. He's produced for a lot of K-pop acts. He's produced for Pussycat Dolls. And like, just if I have an opportunity to work with someone like that, I will go anywhere in the world. Yeah, I would like break my bank or whatever I need to do. I will go. And also, fun fact, I wrote that whole EP in 4 days,
What?
including It's You.
Including It's You?
I wrote It's You in 5 hours. Yeah.
How?
I don't.
How?
I'll tell you how, because I didn't have money to stay more than 5 days.
Okay.
That's how.
Okay.
I think I work really well under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy that I'm a last minute guy. So
But you did great. I mean, the EP.
yeah,
the EP.
that's the problem when you're a procrastinator, right?
Right.
It's like you know you're gonna get it done,
But you just kept
but
like.
yeah, you keep holding off because you know
Yeah.
I'll do it in the last minute. And,
Yeah.
I
And
think
then
that's heavily relatable. So
Okay. Next one says I have more Indonesian listener. Is it true or myth?
according to the data,
Yeah.
yes, that's a fact. I have more Indonesian listeners than anywhere else. That's right? That's a fact, right? Label guys, yes, they're not in.
Okay.
Most of my fans come from Indonesia.
Okay.
I feel so good.
Have you ever like a moment with your fans from Indonesia, like the most memorable?
So it's funny because I kind of started my music career here without anyone knowing me. You know, like I was just behind the scenes, kind of collaborating with musicians and producers from Bandung. And so like when I started out, it was kind of, who is this guy even, you know?
Yeah.
And now, after so many years, it's so nice that it's a wholesome moment, you know, it's like kind of a full circle moment somehow. And I don't know, I just feel like I feel at home here, and it's so beautiful that the people here treat me like this is my home too.
Yeah, everyone welcoming you.
Yeah, people from Indonesia are so kind and welcoming. It's quite beautiful. I appreciate that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to say to Indonesian fans?
Thank you for liking music so much. No, seriously, because not everyone everywhere in the world likes music as much as you guys do, and that's the struggle, right? Sometimes you're just born somewhere else, and then you live within your circumstances, and sometimes it's nice to find your people, you know, like people who see the world the same way as you do. Yeah.
Next one, Sezairi doesn't make TikTok.
Sezairi doesn't make TikToks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sezairi doesn't really make TikToks.
Why?
I prefer to watch TikToks.
Yeah.
TikTok is like school for me, because there's a lot of information that I like to see. My TikTok algorithm is basically like a lot of physics, a lot of like space,
Okay.
a lot of philosophy, a lot of like electrifying the world, a lot of like climate change, a lot of animals, a lot of cats.
Oh, it's based on your following though.
No, not really. I feel like I learned from my wife that she really curates her algorithm.
Oh,
Like she's very good at like identifying what she doesn't want on the feed and what she wants to see more, and so I learned that a bit from her. I think it's really important that we understand what goes on the things we scroll, because we spend so many hours a day scrolling, and to me, like, I have ADHD, right? So I'm like, if I scroll, I'm like, oh, 6 hours has gone by, you know, like, you don't realize that stuff. So while you're doing it, you might as well do something positive, you know? You might as well absorb positive information.
Yeah. It's like
So I don't usually post TikToks, but when
But
I'm
you have an account. of TikTok.
I have posted a few things that have gotten a few million views, but like but it scares me, you know, like it's so scary because like TikTok is so kind of, I feel like TikTok is one of the most vulnerable social media platforms. Like
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
people are more honest.
Uh-huh.
People are more upfront
Yeah.
on TikTok, and that's scary for a person like me. I think I have a lot of anxiety also, so it's like
Okay.
yeah.
You just haven't tried, like, try post more. I mean.
I'll try post more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fact or myth? I mean, it's just a regular question. What is your favorite song from your album?
From my new album.
Yes.
So my new album is called Violets Aren't Blue, and one of my favorite songs is actually a song called Violets, which is not really a full song. It's kind of like an interlude in the middle of the album,
Okay.
and I really like it because it kind of explains what the whole album is about. And it was recorded in one take.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of like we put 3 mics in the studio,
Yeah.
very far away from me, and then I was just playing the song on acoustic guitar, just one take, because I didn't want it to be perfect.
Okay.
That's the challenge, right? Because I feel like I'm quite a perfectionist, and that's why it takes so long to do things. I
Just
procrastinate.
Okay.
I'm a perfectionist, so I'm sitting there going, it's not ready, it's not ready, it's not ready. But I thought that this will be a very healthy way to kind of, you know, music is like healing also.
Yeah.
And while I'm making music, I might as well work on myself too, you know. And so I thought that I want to force myself to do this one take, because then it won't be perfect. And that's the beauty of it, that it's not perfect.
Okay.
And so
Imperfect.
yeah, I'm quite annoyed sometimes when I listen to it. I'm like, I'm quite annoyed that. Oh,
But
that's
you just enjoy
the
it.
tempo a bit lari sini. Then like,
Okay.
I'm very annoyed by it, and like, it's like a healing process, you know. That I have to be okay with it. I have to
You
be
just
okay
have
with it
to
being natural.
accept it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just accept things as the way they are. Yeah.
So, which songs that you take on one take? Is it just
It's called Violets.
Only?
Yeah, so only Violets, and there's this other song called Raindrops that I did an outro for, and I sang that in one take too. That's the outro for the album.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, you already said that you like Maliq and Essentials and Petra Sihombing. Is there any favorite musician from Indonesia that you like?
When I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of BLP, Very Likumahuwa project. Yeah. Everyone gives me that reaction. I wonder why. It's like, you're not supposed to know that guy. You're Singaporean. But I saw him in Java Jazz in tahun 2011, I think.
This year he played too.
This year he played too.
Yeah.
It was a lockdown. I couldn't fly in. Yeah, I was on my way to watch this American band called Foreplay. I ended up missing Foreplay because when I was walking to the hall, I heard this other band play, and I was like, wow, this energy is amazing. And I went there, and it was BLP, and I went to buy all the CDs.
Wow.
Yeah, in the early 2010s, you had to rip it on your laptop. You know, you buy the CD, and then you rip it on your laptop, and then you download the cover image, and then you paste it on your iTunes, and then I used to do that a lot. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think that's it from our Kisum hari ini. So, see you again at HiPod's Kisum. So, you have like do promotion things or?
Please stream my new album, Violets Aren't Blue. There are a lot of songs there that are amazing. Thank you so much for all your support on my previous record, It's You. I know I've released it a long time ago, but it's so amazing to see what y'all have done with it and how much y'all like it. So keep supporting my music. Thank you so much.
Yay! So that's it for today. See you di HiPod's Kisum berikutnya.